What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the MIgardener channel. I'm so glad that you decided to tune in for today's episode, because in today's episode, we're gonna be doing a 2-week update on the 6,000 seeds planted in a single raised bed video test trial thing. I don't know what this is necessarily called. You guys have just called it the Chaos Garden. That's perfectly fine by me. I don't really care. This has just been a really amazing experiment, and I'm so excited to show you guys some of the results that we're starting to get from this. So what I wanted to do is just kind of give you a rough overview of what we're seeing so far, because not everything has germinated yet. The thing about planting all these different seeds that we're starting to see is absolutely amazing is that because the germination rate is slowed on some of these and the growth rate is slowed on some of these, we have this kind of popcorn effect throughout the bed. So the reason why we're getting this kind of popcorn effect throughout our raised bed here is because we're mixing fast to germinate and fast to mature crops with slow to germinate and slow to mature crops. The fast to germinate and fast to mature crops are things like radishes. The radishes and mustard greens have popped up super quick and they're maturing great. But the thing is that we have things like spinach, which take about a week to a week and a half to germinate. We have things like carrots, which take up to 2 to maybe sometimes 3 weeks to germinate, depending on how moist the soil is. And so those are just starting to germinate right now. Those are just starting to pop up all throughout the bed. But what's crazy is that the radishes, they germinated in like 3 to 4 days. They popped up, they're growing. They didn't have any effect on the carrots whatsoever. Some are already starting to bulb. Check this out, they're already starting to bulb, and we're getting ready to harvest them in probably the next week to week and a half, and they're not gonna have any effect whatsoever on the carrots. Even though they're growing right next to each other, they have no ill effect whatsoever on the carrots, because once we pull up the radishes, it's gonna give more sunlight for the carrots to mature. This is just so incredible, and I love it. We've got pak choi that's starting to germinate as well, some miniature pak choi. That can be harvested even young, so you can pick all those younger leaves. You're gonna get a harvest out of those as well. So just check this out. I'm so incredibly impressed so far with the results. Even though we're only 2 weeks into this experiment, it's just blowing my mind with how easy it is to grow so much food in just complete chaos with no spacing whatsoever. All right, so everything that you see here was from seed. Nothing was here prior. This bed was completely barren 2 weeks ago. What we have germinating here is we got some lettuce starting to sprout. There's our carrots that are just starting to germinate. We just got some carrots just starting to poke up everywhere. And then we have things like our radishes. We got our radishes germinating here. We've got our pak choi here, beautiful pak choi. It's growing so well. There's so few pests as well. We got some peas popping up. We got a little pea there. But check this out, look at the radish. Look at this radish. If I pick this, look at that. Look at that. That is not affecting the growth of anything else whatsoever. And we're getting a harvest after just about 2 to maybe 2.5 weeks at most. This is absolutely incredible. We're coming in here, look at this. Look at this. Look at that, huh? Check that out. You guys, these are some of the fastest maturing crops we've ever had here. These are the French breakfast, and we're getting a harvest after just 2.5 weeks. The sunlight has allowed these to grow super fast, and the heat has allowed them to grow really fast, but they're maturing really fast, so we just have to harvest them really fast. But it's allowing all this extra sunlight for the things like the carrots to start germinating. Like I said, the pak choi is doing well. The mustard greens are growing up really well. Over here, we have some of our miniatina. We have our Herbostella miniatina that's starting to grow. We have just a tiny bit of grass that's starting to grow as well. Get that out of there. You didn't see anything. Oh my gosh, there's some more grass right there. You didn't see anything. Okay, we even have a little volunteer tomato plant. That won't mature, but look, we got some of this beautiful spinach. This is the Tokyo Bacana, mustard. This is a Tokyo Bacana mustard. Absolutely incredible, really delicious. We got ourselves a cabbage worm. Not delicious. Extra protein, anyone? Nope, okay. But look at this, just look at that. Absolutely incredible, you guys. I mean, this is just fantastic. Look at these ones, look at these radishes. These are ready to go, ready to go. Absolutely amazing. I mean, we're getting such a beautiful haul after just 2.5 weeks. I am blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. Check this out. Look at this, you guys. Look at this pak choi. Now it's gonna go to seed. I get that, it's gonna go to seed. It's already starting to go to seed, but these outer leaves are perfect. It's right next to us. It's right next to a radish. No effect on each other, even though they're planted right next to each other. Look at this, you guys. They're so densely planted and they're just coexisting perfectly fine. I mean, this is absolutely amazing, you guys. Look at this. Just look at that. Wow. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Look at the harvest we're getting. And all we did was we just threw seeds down. We just threw seeds down and there's nothing else that we've done to this. Obviously, we've fertilized it with some fresh compost, some Trifecta Plus, but that's it. That's all we've done. We've thrown down seeds. This is a turnip here. 7-top turnip here, doing really great. We got some more things like carrots. This is a little broccoli plant that's growing up here. We just got more of these amazing French breakfast radishes, first to mature, absolutely beautiful. But this whole bed right here is just kind of coming into its own. We got some arugula over here. Arugula is doing great. The peas, like I said, are germinating. And so we are just getting so much out of this bed. Oh my word, just fantastic, you guys, just fantastic. So to say that I'm excited is a complete understatement. I am absolutely stoked by these results. These are absolutely amazing results that we're getting, and something that I think is a wonderful proof of concept that when your garden is fertile enough and you integrate crops that are fast to mature and slow to mature, there's not really any ill effects on the slow to mature crops, because these crops right here, these radishes, they grew and matured before the slow to mature crops like the spinach and the carrots even had a chance to germinate. So they had no effect on those crops whatsoever. And even though we're already harvesting these, those are just starting to grow. That means they're gonna have more access to sunlight as well. And we're integrating them in the same bed, planting them at the exact same time, completely disregarding spacing, and we're getting this. This is exciting, and I'm so excited about it. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you are continuing to follow this progression on this bed. Now, obviously, this is just the very beginning of the results that we're getting from this bed, so things might change in the future. Good or bad, we're gonna bring you all along for it, but this right here is a wonderful proof of concept and one that really excites me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. As always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to try something new, experiment in your garden. You'll never know the results, and the results might just impress you. All right, I'll catch you all on tomorrow's episode. Grow big or go home. Bye.